pigs, I don't eat swine. Son of Jacob, this biblical, my flow, the holy God. Save money ground up in the gutter where they found us. Stones in the...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Houston Texans and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Ready. Ready.
Now the rookie fourth-round pick. This is Dameon Pierce. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's intercepted. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Go ahead.
First carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Counter play with Jacobs. Running right through him. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. The Raiders at 2-3 here to begin the new season. They come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down. Here's second and 10. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down, Jacobs once more. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 45 yards rushing so far. This is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
They go with Jacobs. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Garoppolo looks to throw. Being chased out left. Touchdown, Raiders! Hunter Renfrow, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now remember the last time out they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive. Something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this one is incomplete.
Coverage was excellent downfield. I think he was more throwing that football away than anything else.
Yeah, absolutely, because everywhere you looked, they were covered. Sometimes
it's better to go ahead and be convinced that there's no place to fit in the football than to go ahead and force it and turn it into a bad play.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now back to throw. And the Raiders have got him. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll try and throw for it here. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he is going to have a Texans first down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Looking deep for Adams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. You're not going to hear Jimmy Garoppolo mentioned among the strongest arms in the league, but that doesn't mean he can't beat you with a long one. Garoppolo now. This will be caught at about the 5. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up second and goal at the Texans' 2-yard line.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a first and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he's got Renfro in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of this first half. And the Raiders go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-7. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's caught inside the 35. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. Back to throw here. He's got it to Collins, complete. Touchdown. Nico Collins. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are back within a score. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7.
14, Texans 7.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here we go.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
21, 21. Here we go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 6. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Raider D, they get the football back.
21, 21. Here we go.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
21, 21.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
Here we go.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Same target. It's Jacobs again. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. Going deep downfield for Ross.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
They'll throw now on the final play. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, in the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Third down, here comes Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Here we go. Go ahead.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Texans take over an excellent field position. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Looking to throw. Open man there is Collins, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 14. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Malik Collins collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
21, 21.
To try again after the sack. Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Finding room at midfield. And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Garoppolo. Touchdown Raiders! 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Caught left side, it's Beckham. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. A run for Pierce out of the gun. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They'll run here with Pierce. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Damian Pierce, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the 2nd half. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And some room to maneuver. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, 68 yards. And the Raiders strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
He'll drop to throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz. 22 yards on the pickup there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. Back to throw now on 1st down. Swings this out here for Cohen. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he's got it inside the 10. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Cohen. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Schultz. Touchdown, Texans. Dalton Schultz from 6 yards away.
And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. 149 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
2nd and 4.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They go again with Pierce. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
This one left side caught by Collins.
He's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
And Pierce gets it again on second down.
And not able to break away this time, as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Going for it with Pierce.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is indeed good, and the Texans are going to win the football game.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Houston, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.